Coming in the room today. Maybe today she'll water me with a full drink.
Take a train ride just to see you. Ride for hours just to please you. You don't know how much I need you.
Hello and welcome to Michelle's Life on Repeat. I am here again in my orchid room in my house in the Pacific Northwest, just going to water my orchids. There are so many things that I have neglected because I have been in a funk. A lot of things just not working in my favor these days, but that is okay. As I say to you guys, always just do the best that you can, right? Rest when you need to and do the best when you can. Well, it's a beautiful day here in Washington State, so I thought I would stop in and say hello. I haven't been doing the greatest, thus you have not seen me on a video in quite a while. And if this is your first time seeing me on a video, well, hey, welcome to my home. I grow orchids indoors in a spare bedroom because all of my children have grown up and left. They have flown the coop and left me with some rooms. And so this is what I do. I grow orchids to relieve my mind from the stress of chronic illnesses. And these last 2 weeks have been very hard for me. I won't lie, gonna tell it like it is. Let me tell you that the orchids, they have brought me joy, but I have neglected them. I've come in and I've shown them the water bottle. I'm like, here's the spritzer. That's about all I've done. Those poor things are like, she's coming in the room today. Maybe today she'll water me with a full drink. Yes, today I will. I have mercy on my plants. I will water them today. And if I come across a few things that I can show you, then I'll gladly give you a looky-loo. Let's go see what's growing. I don't have grand things happening in the orchid room, but I do have growth starting. Spring is coming alive. I have some buds that finally popped open up here on my little sweet scent. I think it's a form of anosmum. And it smells like raspberries in this room. I love it. I come in here, I was like, soft, subtle, sweet raspberries. I love it. But let's take a look around and I'll show you some things that are happening in the orchid room. I guess the word of this this session will probably be, I haven't killed it yet. The zygopetalum is growing some roots. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to get it closer. But she's got roots growing, and no spikes for me. I love looking at everyone's orchids when I watch their channels, and it seems like everyone else's zygopetalums are just spikes with blooms and beautiful, and well, I wait patiently. I wait. But things are happening. Things aren't dying. That's a good thing, right? Little Miss Miltonia Sunset that I got from Sweet Yoshi has not failed. I have not failed her, so she is blooming this. She's not blooming. She's growing this strong new cane. Can you see that? I'm so happy for it. I'm so thankful for it. And I hope there are roots down there too. I hope that maybe, and I hope I see flowers maybe sometime this year. It's all up in the air. You know, we are uncertain if we are having to move, and I cringe at the thought of how do you pack up orchids and send them across the U.S. Yeah, I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But someone asked me, well, which ones would you keep and which ones would you part with? I'm like, oh golly, what a tough decision. Don't want to have to go there. So let me show you some more things. I know that this one is not an orchid, but she is an anthurium. And after 2 years, I bought her at Christmas time 2 years ago. She is finally producing some flowers. Yahoo! There's a little red one in there too. And hopefully she will just keep doing her thing. I have to water her along with everything else today. My sweet little Lorraine, it's a joke because my mom's name is Lorraine and she's short and little, but little Lorraine is a massively big leafed orchid. as you can see here. And she is spiking, and hopefully in the next couple of months I will see her beautiful peach colored flowers again. This is a no-named orchid Phalaenopsis, or she has a name and I lost the tag and I just don't know what it is. But she started opening up this week. She curls, like the bottom two petals, they just curl under a little bit on all of them. But she has got these patterns, quite pretty. Still have 3 more buds to open on her. But she makes me happy. My SLC California apricot is growing a new leaf cane. My brain is in a fog, so I can't even remember what you call them. But she is liking it under the Mars Hydrolite. She's on the second shelf down. Again, gonna get watered today. Just a quick look. Some of the stuff growing. The Miltoniopsis have some new shoots growing. Way in the back there's one, and she's got a little bit of growth going on there. I love the Miltoniopsis, although I seem to kill them after they bloom. These are not Miltoniopsis, but they're all growing strong. My 3 Paphiopedilums are down here, and I think pretty soon I will be moving them to my downstairs, which is more shaded and gets an indirect light. It's a little bit cooler too, but presently my husband's been running the fireplace still because our temperatures swing really cool in the morning and then nicely up in at the 50s in the afternoon. But we have that one, and the one in the back doing their growing. In this corner we have this plant that was almost dying on me, and I strapped her onto here and she just loves it, takes off with the roots. Of course her older cane here is the leaf's starting to die on it. She's sitting right next to this beautiful Phalaenopsis, who just, to me, is magnificent. Just soft and pink. She just quietly sits there and does her thing. This is the one that I dubbed Pinky. And she's been in bloom for almost 2 months now. She's got a sack load here of roots that I water frequently. Sometimes I soak them in that glass jar behind, just because when I repot her, after she blooms, I want to put all those roots inside and put her in a bigger leca with a self-watering wicking system. She's beautiful, my Pinky. And this one right here in the front doesn't have a name yet, guys. We're gonna have to name her. She started opening her blooms, I think it was 2 weeks ago, one at a time. And right now she's just known as number 20. My Phalaenopsis number 20. She has 26 buds and flowers on her. But she's going to need a name. So she's got a maroon. She's probably about the size of a 50-cent piece maybe. She's not that very big as far as the blooms. And this sweet little one is a back bulb I cut off when I was making another plant fit into a new pot, and she all of a sudden started blooming for me. Not blooming, growing roots. I was surprised. She actually has a couple of shoots growing upward and one big root growing down over the top of them. I don't know if you can see that. I've got new glasses on, so I have to look. They're bifocals. Yeah, there's 2 growths going out. There might even be a third underneath the moss and that green strap, but then you have that 2 roots coming off of that top leaf coming downward over them. Kind of crazy what they do to survive. who is she again? She was Elsie Nice Holiday. And I can't read my writing. Suntopia, that's the word. And she was the back bulbs that normally you would throw it away after you've cut them off the plant that you are trying to save. But she didn't want to die. Not yet, she said, not yet. Down here we have, let me move the light, a couple of my Sunset Valley orchids. I have 2 of them here. This is the Leoloda Jessii Darkest Blue crossed with the Little Leopard Nightshade. And she is growing. She has that whole new cane there. And she's pretty happy. Just keep doing the watering. And let me get her companion in the back. It's close to the lights there. And she is Laelia Cattleya Plum Lulu Hot Lips crossed with Cattleya Caudebec Linwood 4N. And she is growing this new setup right here. Very happy. Maybe I'll see flowers this spring. And here are the gloriously smelling raspberry, beautiful canes. This little sweet scent anosmum, I think is what she's called. Oh, I can't read that far. Let's see. Little sweet scent. The 2 on the outside. And just gorgeous. This one popped open this morning, and this one will probably pop open tonight. The one in the middle, I don't know what she is. I can't remember, lost her tag, but she does have new growths. Give you a side view, maybe that'll show it a little bit better. Hold up. Growing like fast weeds every day, a couple more inches, those canes are growing. Here we have the Dendrobium Gold Star crossed with Dendrobium Mollianum, and she has been working on that new cane, doing her thing, loving life, and it's time to water her next. Tolumnia variegata, she's continuing to do her growing, extending those roots down into the media. She is always, I think, always going to be a smaller one since she is a species compared to her sibling next to her, her cousin. What do we call her? She is a Tolumnia doll face. And there's her cross. And she's been growing and growing and growing and growing and growing this long spike. And finally today I noticed buds that formed last night. Woohoo! So I don't know how many more weeks it'll take before I actually see the flowers, but definitely I will share them with you. I'll just show you her beautiful roots. She just got a drink. She likes the bark. One of my 3, I showed you one at the beginning of the zygopetalums. This is one of the second ones. She's got this new shoot of leaves that she's been working on. Some new roots you can see there, but when you get in close, underneath down in there we've got roots growing. More so you can see them on the other side. Just no spikes. Let's see, when I pull this away, you can see she's got some green down there and there. It's really hard for me to get these to look healthy. I know that middle is starting to brown up, but I'll just keep doing what I do and learn as I go. So that is a quick tour of little bits and pieces, excuse me, that are happening in my orchid room. This week I celebrated my birthday, and it was very unconventional because I was pretty sick. So, oh well, it's just another day when you get as old as we are. I wanted to wish you wellness and peace, and my children are out there watching. I love you. I miss you. And until we talk again, I wish you all peace, blessings, and wellness. Bye-bye.